What if one simple change in your mindset could completely transform your financial future? You see, the truth is, most of us are stuck in the same cycle. We work hard, pay bills, and still, we feel like we're never really getting ahead. But what if I told you the way you're thinking about money is the real problem? This book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, flips everything you think you know about money on its head. If you've ever wondered why some people seem to be rich no matter what, and others struggle despite working hard, this book is for you. Robert Kiyosaki shares life-changing lessons he learned from two father figures. His real dad, poor dad, who had all the education but struggled financially, and his friend's dad, rich dad, who dropped out of school but understood how money works. Kiyosaki doesn't just talk about the importance of getting a good education or climbing the corporate ladder. Instead, he digs deeper into why we're not taught the financial skills that lead to real wealth. Let's break down the key lessons from this book and see how they can change how you think about money. The first and most important lesson is about financial education. You've probably been taught that getting a good education means getting a good job, right? Well, poor dad believed that. But rich dad, he knew better. Financial education is more important than formal education, says Kiyosaki. What does that mean? It means that even if you have all the degrees in the world, if you don't understand how money works, how to make it work for you, you're going to stay stuck. Just think about it for a second. Imagine working a 9-to-5 job, earning a solid paycheck, but still feeling like you never have enough. That's what poor dad did. He worked for money. He had the right mindset for getting a job, but not for building wealth. Rich dad was different. He understood that you have to work to learn, not just to earn. He believed that you can't become wealthy unless you learn how money works and how to make it work for you. Here's where Kiyosaki introduces one of the most important concepts in the book: assets versus liabilities. Here's the key difference that will change your life. Assets put money in your pocket, while liabilities take money out. It sounds simple, but here's the twist. Most people buy things like big houses, fancy cars, and call them assets. But in reality, they're liabilities. Why? Because they drain your bank account every month. You're paying mortgage, insurance, maintenance, and the house is not making you money. Buy assets and let them fund your lifestyle, says Rich Dad. What does that look like in real life? It means instead of buying a new car that costs you every month, invest in something that gives you cash flow, like real estate or stocks. When you invest in income-generating assets, like rental properties, you're bringing in money regularly, whether you work or not. Most people get stuck in the mindset of accumulating liabilities. Think about it. Our culture glorifies buying big homes and luxury items. But what you really need to do is focus on acquiring assets. Build up your portfolio of investments that grow your wealth over time. Now, let's talk about the rat race. The rat race is that endless loop. Work, get paid, pay bills, repeat. And guess what? Even people with high-paying jobs can fall into this trap if they don't know how to use their money. The real issue here is that most people don't know how to get out of the cycle. They don't understand that you need to stop working for money and start having money work for you. The problem isn't the job you have, it's the way you think about money. The key is financial literacy. You can't escape the rat race unless you understand how to make your money work for you. The rich don't work for money. Money works for them. You need to build passive income streams, investments, real estate, businesses that make money whether you're working or not. Rich Dad teaches that financial independence comes from smart decisions, not just luck. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. So, how do you begin? Kiyosaki emphasizes that it's not about having a ton of money to start. It's about learning the basics and making small, consistent moves. Start where you are, learn, invest, and build. It's also important to note that Rich Dad was an entrepreneur. He didn't just sit back and wait for money to come to him. He understood that being an entrepreneur doesn't necessarily mean starting a huge company. It means thinking like an owner. It means creating and controlling assets, so you can make your money work for you instead of working for money. Here's where you can apply it today. Stop waiting for a huge paycheck to start. Small steps add up over time. You can start by learning about stocks, real estate, or side businesses that generate income. Focus on building assets first, and then let those assets fund your lifestyle. Another lesson Kiyosaki talks about is the importance of learning from failure. Rich Dad didn't fear mistakes. He learned from them, and so should you. When you fail, it's not the end of the road. It's just feedback. Remember, it's not about avoiding mistakes. It's about learning from them. That's something most people don't get. They fear failure, and it holds them back. The rich understand that failure is part of the process, and they embrace it. The last big takeaway is that your mindset is everything. Work to learn, not to earn. Kiyosaki's philosophy is to choose jobs or side hustles that teach you valuable skills: sales, marketing, investing, and communication. Not just those that offer a paycheck. Your greatest asset is your mind. The more you learn, the more you can apply to create wealth. Think about it this way. The rich work on their minds. They keep educating themselves, taking risks, and building wealth, while many others just settle for the paycheck, never learning how to break out of the cycle. Now, it's your turn. What stuck with you the most? The idea that you need to learn how money works? Or the difference between assets and liabilities? Kiyosaki's book challenges everything you think you know about money. It teaches you how to break free from the rat race and build long-term wealth. But the most important lesson is this. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep and how much you make work for you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let me know. Are you ready to escape the rat race? If you want more tips on how to build wealth, hit that like button and subscribe. I've got plenty more where that came from. Now that you know, will you keep working for money, or will you make money work for you?